looking for a puzzle piece, and we just haven't found it.
We have discovered what we feel may be the remains of a body.
Her remains were found out in the Sugar River Forest Preserve. They found, obviously, that she had been murdered.
Family's gone 33 years without having any answers.
I cry every single day for her.
For Linda Tracey, losing her only daughter is hard enough. Not knowing who's to blame is agonizing.
I have to see this person punished and know why he did it before, I die.
The mystery of Tammy Tracey's death begins in May of 1987, before investigators even knew she was murdered.
Units of 15 men armed with radio and maps were sent out to cover every inch of the grounds.
Search crews on the ground and in the air worked tirelessly to find Tammy after she went to Searles Park to wax her car and never came home.
The minute I walked in that bedroom, I knew something. When she wasn't there, I knew something bad had happened to her.
Her mother, Linda, wouldn't know how bad until nearly 1 year later.
What we could find there purely was a completely skeletonized remains.
April 15th, 1988. A birdwatcher stumbles across Tammy Tracey's remains at Sugar River Forest Preserve in Winnebago County. Her body, according to investigators at the time, so badly decomposed they couldn't even tell if the remains were a man's or a woman's.
She laid out there for 11 months in that forest preserve. And you can imagine, through the winter and the animals and all of that, it just rips me up inside when I think of that.
She'd been shot and stabbed to death. But with the mystery of where Tammy was solved, Linda expected the next answer was right around the corner.
I thought once Tammy was found, that it was going to be cut and dried, and they would bring this person to justice.
But justice never came.
If there were one case that I could say, please let us get this one solved and let us get this one cleared up, it would be this one.
Investigators Kurt Wisenand and Pete Delpra have spent more than a decade picking up where investigators in the 1980s and the 1990s left off. But so far, like their predecessors, their efforts have not produced any new results.
It is very disappointing as an investigator not to be able to bring that closure to the family.
It's been 32 years since Tammy's body was found here at the Forest Preserve, no doubt making it a cold case. And when it comes to cold cases, the common thought is investigators have no idea who a suspect is. That's not the case in Tammy Tracey's murder mystery. In fact, according to investigators, who killed her isn't a mystery at all.
All of the investigations since then from the last 15 years is all pointed in one direction.
So you think you know who the killer is?
I do.
How sure are you?
I'm 100% sure.
So if police know who's behind Tammy's death, why is no one under arrest? Wisenand says it's not that simple.
What I believe and what I know and what I can prove are two different things.
Somebody's got that information, and that's what we need.
That's where Tammy's family comes in.
My son and my daughter-in-law decided to do this billboard.
For the first time since Tammy's disappearance, the family put up billboards, hoping passing drivers can help solve this case.
Maybe it'll be the sort of impetus for those people who have that information to come forward to make that phone call to investigators.
I believe it will be solved between technology and I truly believe that somebody in the community knows something, that knows what happened.
Somebody who may drive by this billboard on Riverside Boulevard, who may see this billboard on Harlem and North 2nd, or who may be watching this story right now, can put an end not just to a mystery, but to a family's suffering.
The pain and the hurt is still there every day. I hope now that they're not afraid anymore and they will come forward.